Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Otsego City Council meeting. Tonight is Monday, October 27th. Audra, can you have the record show that our city attorney is on via Zoom, our city planner is present, our city engineer is present, all council members, and our city administrator. At this time, I'll ask you all to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first item of business this evening is our open forum. This is the portion where residents can come to the podium and state your name and limit comments to 5 minutes or less. Would anyone like to speak at this time?
Hi, Kathy Coles, 15613 90th Street Northeast. I was here 3 months ago, the end of July, and Coburn's not enclosing their dumpster. Dan has been in correspondence with them and he's been keeping me informed about what's going on, and they have done absolutely nothing for 3 months. So I just wanted to make sure that you as council members knew that Dan's trying, but Coburn's is not complying. And here is a picture of what we had on Saturday.
Mayor, we're at the point now where we're sending citations, so they still have not responded either directly or to the mailed correspondence, so all.
And is this at corporate level? This is at Otsego. You've reached out to both? And they haven't responded?
No.
Huh. Well, we're very sorry, Kathy, that you're dealing with that still.
We'll follow up again this week.
Okay.
And they've had 5 years.
Absolutely. Yeah. Understand. Is there anything else that we can do?
Technically, no. Other than taking them to court.
It's build-in enclosure. It's very
It's
specific.
a simple fence panel is
Yeah.
all that's needed, so.
Are we able to go in the store and ask for anything, or is that?
We can do that, yeah. Was my to-do list this week.
Okay.
Since nothing else has worked, so.
I mean, they added 8,000 square feet faster than they're putting up this little enclosure for the garbage cans.
Right. Take a Home Depot or Menards.
It's surprising they didn't have that as part of the project.
It was. I mean, it's city ordinance and it's supposed to be enclosed.
Right.
Yep.
Agreed.
Kathy, did it take a long time? I remember when Coburn's was built with the trees, did that take a long time?
Actually, as soon as I said I was gonna take them to court for not putting up the fence, then the fence went up.
Oh, okay.
So
Maybe
that to do with this.
form a letter.
Well, it shouldn't have to be the residents.
No, it should not have to be.
Yes.
No,
Why not?
Thank you for letting us
Thank
know.
you for keeping
Yeah.
us. Right, and thanks for this.
yeah, thanks for trying, Dan. I know they're ghosting you, but
Well, at least we get to talk.
thank you for
Thank
coming.
Kathy.
Dave Davis, 669 Packard Avenue Northeast. I'm wondering if there's any movement with the contract with Albertville, Elk River, Rogers. Is anything being done? Because some of those contracts have to be done, notifying the residents what's going on there.
Mayor, council, contracts are in place for all 3 communities for 2026, and Chief Scott is working on developing plans, and we'll update the city council when appropriate.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Hi, good evening.
Mary Bartholomew, 7589 Odell Lane, Northeast, Otsego. I wanted to address the council. I wasn't at the large meeting of the 19.3%, but I did watch it back on the recorded line. And it was really obvious to me how upset people were. I thought that part of talking meant you ask a question and you get a reply, but my understanding is this is an open forum where people talk at you, but there's nothing given back. And so my question or ask is, wouldn't it help a lot to have a public forum where people ask the questions and they actually get your input, or like, why did you do what you do? Or like you should defend the decisions that the city made, why they made it. You know, I pulled the EDA because I kept thinking, how did this not go in front of a vote? And I haven't been to a city council meeting. I moved to Otsego 6 years ago. I lived in Elk River for 28 years. When I moved here, I moved into a new house. I didn't know it, but my taxes were double what I paid in Elk River. But that increase and the increases compared to what I used to pay are a lot, and it's a lot for a lot of people. But I just think it would go much farther. Instead of people being angry at you, why aren't we having an open forum where you can help people understand, like, this is the decision we made and why? And, you know, if you look at the EDA, I pulled the EDA and it said in here that, you know, the strategic vision is a public hearing required. No. And it says it's a strong organization that is committed to leading the community through creative communication. And I don't see that. I just saw a bunch of angry people talking at you guys and really no response from the council. And I just think it would go a really long way to help explain. It'd
Madam Mayor.
really quell a lot of anger. It would. I just thought coming to these meetings meant people could ask a question and they would get a response. And I just think it would really benefit us to do that for the residents, help them understand, and help answer their questions. I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. Like, how could this not go for a vote? And then started poking around in it, and it went to an EDA. Most people don't know that. Why did it go to an EDA? You know, just answering those questions, I think you guys would go a long ways. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments? All right, we will close the public hearing. Or sorry, open forum. And we will move on to consider our agenda for approval. Does anyone have anything they'd like to add or delete at this time?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Ryan?
I'd like to pull item 3.3 from the consent agenda. We can make that item 4.1.
Any other changes? All right, be in order then?
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve the agenda as amended.
For a second?
Second.
Motion by Ryan, seconded by Tina. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Next item is our consent agenda. A motion would be in order.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, Ryan.
I move to approve the consent agenda as amended.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Ryan, seconded by. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Moving on to item 4.1, Ryan, hold that.
Yes, Madam Mayor, I pulled this down so the vote. I oppose this action because our city is able to receive excellent service from our existing contract providers at a price point that is cost efficient for the taxpayer. If approved, the total spend for our fire department will increase to $350,939.91, which is more than 6.7 times the cost of the fire contracts with our neighbors. The amount being considered tonight in this single pay application is enough to cover our existing service contracts for an entire year. As the fire list, there is simply no scenario where the current plan turns out to be better for our residents. It will not make them safer. It will not be less expensive. Our city will be paying more for a lower quality of service, and the right time to stop this and reconsider the path we are on is right here, right now. Over the next few weeks, this council will be faced with a critical decision: to inform our neighbors that we are canceling the fire service contracts. We are not making that decision because the service is substandard or because it has become too expensive. If we cancel the contracts, it's not because we must, but because we set ourselves an arbitrary deadline for going it alone on January 1st, 2027. It's time to stop this madness. Stop this project now. Stop chasing good money after bad. Vote no.
All right. Any other comments?
Madam Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I'll make a
Corey.
motion to approve pay application number 10 in the amount of $1,521,546.05 for work completed on the Fire and Emergency Services Facility project.
Motion by Corey, seconded by Tina. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
Aye.
Motion passes 4-1. All right. Next item is updates from city council under heritage preservation. Corey.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The History Commission met on October 14th. And I was just gonna say as a reminder, they have one more meeting left this year, and then they indicated that they go on a winter break.
Okay.
Did that happen last year? I'm not sure. That's
did.
okay.
What months do they not meet in December?
I
December,
think we meet again in March, if I remember
I
correctly.
think it was a 3-month
Okay.
thing. We can,
Yeah, maybe it's February.
I was a little confused when it was brought up to me, but.
Okay.
Commissioners worked on collecting results for the time capsule from their online, I guess, poll they had out there, and then the festival. And this coming Thursday, we're gonna be hosting a cemetery tour. And I think today we found out we have 17 people signed up for that already, so. That's about it.
Perfect, thank you. Parks and Recreation, Michelle?
Yes. We, the last time we met, we reviewed, kind of the updates results from the community engagement for Lily Pond and looking at that park improvement. Also kind of reviewed some of the, proposals that were sent in from a few different vendors for playground equipment and their ideas and designing around those things. We will be reaching back out and getting additional input from them. There was a little bit of a budget adjustment that HTG had recommended for the playground equipment, just seeing how, just getting updated on kind of current pricing standards and stuff. So they increased that budget just for that line item. There's a number of line items that we're considering, but that's progressing. It's going well. So that was our primary focus of the meeting.
Thank you. Next is Planning Commission, Ryan.
Madam Mayor, the Planning Commission met last week. They recommended approval of Meadows third edition, which is what we approved tonight on the consent agenda. They also recommended approval of changes to the interim land use plan, zoning ordinance amendment, and transportation plan, which will come to the council at a later date. The Planning Commission meetings through November have been canceled, so the next scheduled is December 1st.
Thank you. Public Safety, was absent, so I will give the update on that. The group reviewed their mission statement. They had some requests and finally made it forward. Chief Scott was able to help them kind of curtail and give some suggestions on that. I have spoke with our city administrator, and that update has been made on our city website, correct?
Mayor, that's correct.
we had a visit with Tony from Alina. They were approved to have 2 more medics hired. There was discussion on if they were hired, were they actually zoned for our area versus could they be, or they were going to be hired for our area, which is hopefully good for all of us. And then Chief Scott just introduced himself to the group, talked about what he's been doing thus far, talked about construction updates, and then meeting with the 3 other fire chiefs. Planning to meet with them monthly to then bring that information back to our meetings and next steps. So with that, Adam and Mike Scott sent an email to be meeting with all of you guys individually. So
Excellent.
reply to Adam and Mike. Sounds like.
Oh, was I supposed to copy you on that?
Mayor,
Or not.
council, I don't need to be copied. It'd be a one-on-one meeting with you
Okay.
and Chief Scott. So.
Great. Thank you.
That is coming to those.
Yeah.
Is there anything I missed right on
No, but I did have a question.
Oh, sure.
So the mission statement by the Public Safety Commission,
Mhm.
Their current mission statement is something that's based on ordinance. So is that need to come to the council?
I talked to Adam and to Dan on this also, and since it covered in their ordinance, it says Adam read it to me, emergency services. This just was detailing out. So you said it was close enough.
Mayor, council, it's certainly not verbatim with what's in code, but it's very not that much different. So I didn't see any conflicts with the revised language and what the purpose established in code is.
Understood.
Mayor,
Yeah.
you may just want to have the council, the mission statement, since they're operating then under it at your direction as an advisory group.
So would we want to do that this evening?
Mayors, I
Both of
think
you.
there's a larger evaluation of that code language for the Public Safety Commission as development of the department continues and staff roles are identified. So I certainly think if the rest of the council is agreeable that something like that could wait until you review the entire code instead of just the purpose or mission statement portion.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we still are under city council reports and updates. Does anyone else have anything?
Madam Mayor,
Yeah.
just really quickly, I agree with the comments that were made tonight by Ms. Bartholomew. I think it's time that this council have a public forum, one where we can answer questions directly from the residents. I think we've had several meetings now where residents come turn and want answers, and our current process just does not allow that. And I think they deserve answers. So I would be in full support of us having some sort of a public forum. That's all I have.
With that, I'm not in disagreement with your comments on that, and I appreciate your comments tonight too. I do think that when Mike Scott has some more information, I do think that that may be the time to, since have changed potentially, and we're still working through all of the logistics of what that looks like for that department. So I'm not opposed to it, but I do think that there's definitely items as we're moving forward that we have staff that has the answers for that we are looking to get ourselves moving forward. All right, any other comments? City council updates? All right, moving on to reports and updates. Adam,
Mayor, council, nothing from me this evening.
Audra,
Thank you, Mayor. I have no updates.
Dave,
No updates. Thanks, Mayor.
thank you. Dan,
Mayor, no update. Thank you.
Ron,
There's some updates on projects that are going on.
Okay.
Trails, Cassaw 42 is open. 80th Street should be open later this week. Costco roundabout's been paved. We're just waiting for the signage, lighting and seating. And also the project to open because that's the detour set up for them. So, and the Odine Avenue water main, that's wrapping up this week. The trails in 77th Street are scheduled to be paved on November 3rd, Monday. So hopefully if the weather cooperates, that paved and all those trails and the street reopened.
Perfect.
That's everything.
Thank you. Sergeant Altman's, Wright County.
I'm sorry. Big piece is Friday is Halloween. This is, I would typically consider Halloween probably one of the 90% of the time when we really kind of leverage that 25-mile-an-hour speed limit through the neighborhoods. I really like to get squad cars in the neighborhoods when the kids are out and about and really watching that speed, because even when people are at 25 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, that even seems egregious with everything. So piece is just trying to get everyone to be safe in there. I know that sounds really cliche coming from a cop of just trying to advise and all that, to say I want people to be safe, but obviously there's a lot that can go wrong when you have that many kids out and about. And I know even when the times when I'm not working and I have my own kids, and they get annoyed with how I try to structure them when I'm yelling at them to watch and cross the street or, look both ways and all that. So I do that definitely on a different level when I get in a squad car, because I'm trying to do the exact same thing and try to slow everybody down. And I recognize that there are neighborhood groups having a good time with, they're getting their ATVs and trailers and stuff. We're not going to, again, be in the business of saying that is absolutely not allowed, but we have to kind of deal with that a case by case basis. If somebody's doing something that is deemed unsafe, I'm going to address it. I don't want to be the fun police out there and being, having squad cars and yelling at people while they're out trick or treating. That's not the type of cops we are. That's not the type of agents who we are, but literally safety, is the big piece for us. I can't have anybody out there doing anything crazy when everybody's walking around in the dark, and probably be a little bit chilly. So everybody's kind of wearing darker, thicker clothing and everything like that under their costumes or over their costumes. So that is the big piece that I'll get over. And that's one of those things that keeps me up for the week. Anybody that's wearing a police uniform has to fill a shift.
Right. Well, let's hope everybody's safe on Friday.
I'll be out and about, guys. It looks like we got a full shift for everybody. So not only Otsego, I get everybody kind of working across the county, just do neighborhoods kind of. So please don't go speeding down the main drags, but no, we kind of keep everybody off the main drags and get everybody into the neighborhoods for that time period. So we hand out a lot of stickers so.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all I have.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything? Any questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Sergeant.
Thank you.
Right. No one has anything, then a adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Tina, seconded by Corey. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. The meeting has ended. Thank you all for attending.